Okay, so giving commands. All you do is you take your class 1 verbs and change them into the I form. And then you take your class 2 verbs and you take off the ru. Then you have your 2 class 3 verbs and you just memorize that they go into she and ki. I'm using Rainbow today just to see how that works out. So, first example, Motto yasai o tabe nasai. Oh, I forgot to add, yeah. You just add nasai at the end where you made the changes. So, you take off the ru right here, and it becomes nasai. So, I mean, tabe nasai. Eat more vegetables. Kotae wa koko ni kaki nasai. Write your answers here. So we have the kaku, which became kaki nasai, to write your answers here. I think that's what it is. Or maybe this is here. I don't know. My Japanese vocabulary is pretty low. So there's another way to make commands besides just changing the roots and adding nasai to the end. If you don't want to add nasai and you just want to change the root, there's the plain imperative form. But the plain imperative form sounds very blunt and is only used by less educated / angry men and not used by females at all. Basically, it involves turning class 1 verbs to the E form instead of the I. Class 2 forms go from ru to ro, and the 2 class 3 verbs just become shiro and koi. You have to memorize those. So there's koi, and the other one just becomes she. Oops, that's not how you do ro. This is ro in rainbow color. So, hey, eat quickly. Oi, hayaku tabero. This would only be said by angry or less educated father to his son or something like that. Biru o motte koi. Bring me beer. Only said by a chauvinistic man to his wife or by a drunk customer to the bartender. And not used in everyday speech at all. Unless, of course, you're a less educated man. However, when used to quote someone's command indirectly, you can use the plain command, but you also have to add to iu, because you're quoting someone indirectly, you're not actually saying it yourself. And it does not sound harsh, and can be used by both male and female speakers. So it is accepted to use the plain form, just as long as it's in an indirect quote and you're not actually saying it yourself. So, kare wa hayaku okiro to imashita. He said to get up quickly. So, we have the... Oh, I really should have wrote the kanji for this. This is to get up. Okiro to imashita. To get up quickly. It's just... because this itself is a verb, so it's just conjugated to mashita. I think it's a verb. I think it's to say. I think. I'm not 100% on that. Chichi wa musuko ni moto benkyou shiro to ita. Yeah, it's definitely a verb because it's conjugated right here as well. Maybe. I'm still not sure. The father told his son to study more. Told. I think this would be it right here. The father told his son to study more. No. To study more. This is the verb to study. Well, actually, it's just study plus shiro. To do. Suru, I should say. Suru. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see what it's actually being written out in Rainbow. I probably won't use that again. I just thought it'd be fun for this one. So, the father told his son to study more. Real simple stuff. You either just change it this way and add nasai for regular form or polite form. And if you want to be rude, you change it into ro or e, or you use shiro or koi. And if you want to quote someone indirectly, you use the rude form plus to iu. And that's it.